check a couple things. See if I sound okay. God, everything's tangled. Here. Put this on. Where do I see? Did it not go live? It should go live. Is it? Is this shit not working? Gotta go check. A second. If it is working, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna. That is very strange. I can't find the link on my own phone. Like, if I go to my own channel, shouldn't it be there? Am I stupid? Just gotta force refresh. What the fuck? Your videos. Live. And it's not there. See? Here's the list of stuff on my thing. That's the last one and the previous one. Why can't I see what I'm streaming right now? Do I literally have to go to another profile and then go to me? Brenda, could you send me the link on Discord? Why the fuck can't I go to my own stream? This is so stupid. There it is. The fuck is up with this? There we fucking go. How is that so difficult? Jesus. Well, good riddance. Is this music too loud? I think it's a little loud. I'll do this. There we go. I'll turn it up for you guys. Now I gotta see if my sound is okay. Okay. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3. So professional over here. Okay, good. I might actually be ready. Where should I put this? I'll put it over here. I burnt some coffee because I forgot I had it on the stove. Paper. Warp grinder. I did some different settings today. Ghost mug from Starbucks, that's right. The settings are a little different. The focus should be less shallow, so it's in focus, like no matter where I hold it, basically. It's also on auto exposure. You'll notice that if I have my hand here, everything gets dark down here. Now it's all bright again. Hopefully that's okay. It's not too distracting. Yes. All right. Well, we should get started. So what to do? What to do? As you can see, I cheated. I already did a little bit of dry brushing on this, just to get some earthen tones on the ground. I'll probably do some other texture stuff afterwards. Once it's all said and done. Also got some base browns on the cloth and stuff like that. But other than that, this one is like completely fresh. And I think what I should do first is cover everything in metal. Big, flat, kind of stiff base brush. I'll do it like this. Let's see. A little bit better. I'll have to remember where on this thing it's actually visible. Who are these guys? They are... This is a warp grinder. It's a new unit. It's a heckin' honker. Like a big drill of warpstone. Their rule is funny, but bad. Basically, before the battle, you can deploy them underground and select a unit to go with them. During the game, you can pick an enemy unit that is more than 6 away from any friends and roll a dice, and on a 4 or higher, you get to come out of the ground right next to them. So if it happens, it's complete bedlam, right? It's fucking... There's no way to prepare for that. Because most likely you would put these guys on the ground with, like, a unit of rat ogres or something. Like, something that's a credible melee threat. And Skaven don't have a lot of that. But ogres are pretty nasty if they can get to you untouched. So if these guys could just, like, pop out of the ground alongside 6 hulking, like, ogre rats, that's pretty fun. But it's so conditional that you can never plan for it. Like, even if the situation arises that you have an enemy unit that is completely isolated from its friends, you still have to roll a dice. And it's a 50-50 shot. It's like... It's not great. I would love to try it, though. I don't think I play enough games in general that I would ever see it happen, even if I planned for it. And because the rule is so potentially powerful, it's also kind of expensive and not that durable. So it takes up a good chunk of your army, for a 50-50 shot to do something cool. That's not great. If they lowered it to a 3-up or a conditional, like a 3-up but with the chance of being a 2-up if certain conditions are met, that would be fun. Like if it's a unit with a certain number of stuff in it that you're doing it to, then maybe make it a 2-up, like improve the roll somehow. I don't think that would be too powerful because you still have to... You gotta spend the points, and whatever you're bringing, you have to select before the battle what unit you're doing it with. So you can't change your mind during it. Like, you have to dedicate a unit to be underground with this thing. Maybe if it had the ability to pop up like it does, or anywhere else, that would be fun. That'll make it a little bit better. Like if you could just deep strike any unit anywhere, that would make it pretty dang good. Because the deep strike rules are that you have to be 9 away from enemies. So if you just have to pop up 9 away, that's not busted. That's completely standard for a lot of stuff. That's why people take Storm Fiends, because they can just do that. Behemoth. Oh yeah. Wasn't it Cracknose? They woke somebody up. It's like they tunnel through dimensions. Skaven love just popping up unexpected places. Sometimes, like, why dig through the earth when you could dig through reality with this gigantic tip of warpstone? So that's nice. That's pretty cool. A portable gnaw hole, in a sense, except I'm bummed they can't just come out of the ground anywhere they want. There used to be a Skaven weapons team, I think also called a Warp Grinder, which was this little handheld, like the Rattling guns. It was just this little team with a handheld digging thing like this. Like imagine this, but like way smaller. And they could go with a unit of clan rats, and then they could use that to just pop up anywhere. That used to be the rule. This is more fun, but it's also most likely not gonna happen. They could even make it more Skaven-y, like base as a 4-up roll, overcharge, make it a 3-up, and if you roll a 1, you take some damage, or like you guaranteed take. If you could like improve your roll by taking damage, that's a very Skaven thing. A lot of the units do that. I'm about to say most. Most don't anymore, which is nice, but a lot still do. Like ogres can do some damage to themselves and get an extra attack. It's like, that's pretty sick. Because they're already squishy. Like you're sending ogres in to either wipe something before it can hit you back, or to hurt something and die in return. Because they do not have an armor save, they do not have a ward save. They will just melt to any kind of clapback. I don't even know who Behemoth is. Like, I'm assuming he's the god of the giants, given that their thing is called Sons of Behemoth. I think isn't Gur also a god, or is it just that's the realm? Gur is the realm where they live. And where you summon all your Kronspines from. So many goddamn Kronspines. I didn't get to play against any Kronspines this weekend though. Maybe next one. It is confirmed the next tournament is happening, but we're gonna be 6 players. That means over 5 games, everybody is gonna play each other. Basically nobody from the thing I went to this weekend are gonna be there next weekend except me. So I'm very curious what the player skill level is, because I know in my local scene, those people are all fucking beasts. I should know. Denmark are the reigning champions of Age of Sigmar. For some reason, we're pretty good at it, and the people in my local scene are all monsters. It's Saturday and Sunday. 3 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday. I'll get to know all the players very well, because there's only 5 others. Hope they didn't bring stuff that's too sweaty, because I'm basically bringing the exact same list I did Sunday, but with the one change that 3 of my GSLs have been exchanged for some Doom Flayers, so that I can drive fast. Because that would be nice. I found that what kept me from picking first turn a lot of the time was that I didn't really have a game plan for turn 1. I didn't have anything to run out and score, seize the flanks, or take the middle, or whatever you want. But I could do that with what I have now. Like just rush my Doom Flares and the Deceiver into the middle. They will probably charge and kill the Doom Flares. And then the Deceiver will run away. Like that is his job. His job is to run. Which he does to great effect. Like in my first 2 Skaven games, funnily enough, Skaven are the perfect counter for the big Ninja Rat, because we just shoot it. My opponents shot mine, I shot theirs, and pretty early game we didn't have any Deceivers left. Because we would just murder each other. How did it go on Saturday? Well, I won 2 of my games and I lost my first one to the guy who ended up coming, I think, 2nd or 3rd. 2 other players were playing Skaven. I got matched into both of them. My fucking luck. They had brought identical lists. Somehow. Even though they both denied having net listed. They said they had not watched any Honest Wargamer. I kinda don't believe them. But at the same time, they were nice guys. Like, they had no reason to lie about that. Like, they both happened to have Thanquol, Deceiver, 2 units of Clan Rats, 1 unit of Night Runners, 2 units of Rattling Guns, and then that's the whole list. The exact same. Both of them. I just don't buy it. That would happen on accident. Where I'm showing up with 1 Rattling Guns, 2.5 units of Gisales, and the same characters as them, and 1 unit of Clan Rats. It's like... First game was a narrow loss. Lost by like 7 points or something. Second game I won by like 20 plus points. I think I actually ended up scoring 44 and he got like 22. And then my last game, I killed him so hard turn 1 that after his first turn, he packed up and left. He quit the tournament. And I felt really bad about that. He was playing Cruel Boys. They have a lot of stuff with 5-up saves. And 5-up saves do not like being shot at with base rend 2. Because that means that all my damage just goes straight through. And it was on... What's the mission? Jaws of Galay. Which is... kind of a special deployment compared to all the other missions. In that you are... At most of your deployment zone, you are pretty much 22 inches apart. Which means that his all melee army, even if it uses a run and charge, that's like an 11 or 10 inch charge turn 1, and that's not reliable. So he had to put everything he had on the line in the hope that he could cross it in turn 2 and get to me. But that meant I could deploy my Gisales in range of his big monsters, the big Sludge Raker beasts that buff his army to an insane degree. And I just killed both of them turn 1. Like, I just shot them to death. I kept some Rattling Guns deployed in the tunnels below. Popped them up next to one of the beasts. They unloaded and fucking murdered it alongside the little unit of 3 Gisales. And my unit of 2 Gisales, my 2 units of 6 Gisales just unloaded on the other guy and both died. Then my Deceiver got an 8-inch charge. Killed his Shaman. Cruel Boys have like the best cheap wizard in the game. He's 120 points and he gets a +2 to cast if he's next to a place of power. That's crazy. So he casts 1 spell, but it's pretty much guaranteed to go off, right? That is great value. I think the best cheap wizard in the game is the Gracier, who I kinda missed and at the same time didn't, because Thanquol being able to use 2 spells is a great tool. Like, he's great just as a distraction. Like, turn 1, you just zoom him across the table, you teleport him across the table. That's great. Now your opponent has to pay attention to him. Like, they don't have a choice. He's this big tough thing who, if you leave him alone, he's just gonna fucking charge you and punch your daylights out. What am I missing here? Oh, some chainmail. Bit of chainmail. I love chainmail. It's weird that in a fantasy setting of like elves and humans and dwarves and You even have something like Cities of Sigmar. The only faction that really does the medieval peasant look, like peasant militia aesthetic, is the Skaven. Because it's all these little humanoid things in like rags and chainmail and whatever they could scavenge. Everybody else is dressed up like suits of armor and plate and big, like adorned wooden shields and stuff like that. Where Skaven are just like a bunch of little shitters with daggers and wooden planks. They got hoods on. They're completely disorganized in what everybody's equipped with. They look like they just took whatever they could find, because they most likely did. And I love that about them. But it does present a pretty unique painting challenge in that everything is so different. It's like one guy can be all covered in rags, another guy has a lot of chainmail, some have eyes, some have more fur than others, some have their eyes covered. Where you have something like fucking Soulblight Gravelords, you look at the skeletons. They all have a shield, they all have breastplate and scale mail, and they all have cloth and leather straps. That's easy. Mutated rat. First bog. Mutated rat. The ogre? Or the... I mean the Hell Pit Abomination? The big one? Probably rat ogres. I ordered some more rat ogres today. I have 9. I want to be able to take 2 units of 6. I was very close to getting another 6 more, just so I can be able to run the special mutated menagerie Thanquil detachment. Like, I think it's funny, but I think it's not very viable because of one very specific limitation, which is that it doesn't get to take faction terrain. And that means no gnaw holes. And that makes me a sad rat, because gnaw holes are so important. Being able to get units back and teleport all around is like... that is crucial to this army. You're telling me to build a version that doesn't? Fuck that. Although it is like a version of Skaven that is more purpose-built for buffing up a big unit of melee whatever and some Hell Pit Abominations and just to rush at your enemy. Like, it plays like a destruction army in a way. It's like you use the battle trait thing and suddenly your rat ogres are 6 wounds each. They have a 5-up ward. They have 6 attacks base. They can give themselves 7. It's like, that's no joke. That's gonna be like they're gonna do damage to themselves at the end of every turn. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna rally them. And now you have, like, imagine 3 units of that. Of 6 ogres with 6 wounds each, moving 8 with a ward with 7 attacks each. That's like 42 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, rend 1, damage 2. That's just an onslaught of damage. I wish you could make them rend 2 somehow. They do have rend 2 in shooting, which is nice, but I would like for them to have, like, either wound 1 better, or be 1 more damage, or be a 1 more rend. Cause I just don't really like the what's it called? If I do this all the way down, is there no sound? Okay, there is. There we go. What was I thinking? Oh, for ogres? I prefer them with the helmet. But I have built both ways just to be able to recognize who goes in what squad. I've also painted them with like one squad with like Verminous red armor and then one with like a Scryer blue. One thing I don't super love about the new, well, I do kind of like it, the new Scryer stuff, is that they've kind of gone away from the iconic blue armor shell. Like on Storm Fiends and old Ikit Claw, they have this incredible blue armor. It looks great, very cartoony and old. And that's probably why they went away from it, because in all the new stuff, it's just all like brass or like burnished metal or black plating. Which is okay. Like, it still looks good, but the blue armor plating is just, it's iconic. Well, at this point, now what do I do? Some cables? Yeah. Some wood? I guess I could do some wood. Where is my wood color? Where is my wood collar? Where the fuck did I put it? I know I used it last week. Yeah, when was that? It was on Saturday. I think I'm gonna catch up to Stranger Things. I went back to my parents yesterday for like a holiday dinner. Had some duck. Fucking love duck. And my mom was watching Stranger Things season 4, and that's when I realized I never got past season 3. I finished season 3. I thought it was pretty bad. And then I just kinda decided not to continue. But now I've seen like the first 2 killings in season 2 are pretty dang brutal. Vecna seems like a generic but fine villain. I can definitely recommend season 1. It's pretty crazy stuff for the for what was available at the time before it inspired everything else on Netflix. It's pretty groundbreaking. God. Has it been that long that that Stranger Things season 1 can be considered like borderline retro? Like the actors would all be so young. Talk about a wasted potential. It's like Finn Wolfhard. Jesus Christ. Brother managed to not turn that appearance into anything. Like that fame. It's like, Jesus Christ. How isn't he in anything big every week? What kind of brush am I using? This is like a new brush. The place where I play, they made their own brand of brushes, so you can't really get them anywhere. It's called Pharaoh's. Pharaoh's Supplies. Because this shop is called Pharaoh's Cigars. So they worked with some company to make their own brushes. It's not like super high quality. This is like a small layer from Citadel. This is like I think this is a small dry. I'm not super picky with brushes. They just need to be not too small of a point. What the hell is this music playing? I've heard this before. What is this? It is this. Okay. Oh yeah, it is. Yes, yes, yes. It's from Total War Warhammer. That's why I know it. What a great piece of music. Just suddenly overtaken with like a sense of urgency, like, oh my god, I know this. That's very stressful. That's what I imagine they hear in their mind at all times. Jesus fucking Christ. Run! Oh yeah, I also watched Maury Calliope did a Warhammer painting stream the day after me. Fucking ripoff. Nah, I knew she was gonna do that. That's kind of why I thought to have the idea to do it. I saw that she had like planned it Friday. That's when I decided to not let my dreams be memes. I took all this shit home to prepare to do it on Saturday. Hers had a lot of trouble though. Like the camera kept freezing every 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes her audio would cut out because I assumed the capture card, something was overloading on her PC. It's like, that's not okay. That is, for a company as big as HoloLive, and a creator as big as her, it's like, that's subpar. And they should honestly kind of be ashamed. Like, they're a company that makes their living by streaming. They can't fucking, like, splurge on... What do I have here? It's like 5,000, less than 5 grand worth of camera equipment, and like a pretty cheap headset and a cheap sound card, cheap tripod. Some pretty cheap, like, prosumer level stuff. And I'm not even on that strong of a PC. It's like, it just does all this heavy lifting for you, so that you don't have these kinds of issues she had. Where the camera is freezing up, because I'm assuming they just shoved whatever camera she had, probably some 4K that didn't even need to be 4K. I'm assuming they just ran it into, like, an Elgato cam link or something. Made it record in 4K for no reason. I don't think she streams 4K. Basically no one does. Because when you think about it, it's like, who are you streaming to? Are they using 4K monitors? Probably not. Most people do not have the screens to make make use of a 4K stream, and even if they do, it's like nobody is using their main screen to watch a stream. You're using your main screen for yourself. You're gaming on that while you have a stream on to the side. Like nobody is sitting there watching Mori Calliope and nothing else. More than likely they were painting alongside her. I know I would have been. That said, her stream was delightful. Like watching someone who has never painted Warhammer before get all like giddy when she like dry brushed the Sanguinary Guard and being all, I made this. It's like that was so fun. The childlike innocence of discovering the joy of painting this shit. So she painted Brother Addictus and some other famous Marines. Brother Addictus is a great little on-stream meme from when she played Space Marine 2. Because she would keep... Right. Oh, nice rubrics. God, that is an army I will probably never paint. I think I would probably do a pretty good job of it. 1,000 Suns. But I don't really like 1,000 Suns. And just the details of it is insane. It's a beautiful model range, though. I would love to paint Magnus. Like, just to do it. This music must be Jesper Kid, right? Yeah, it is. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I could hear it. It had that weird, like, dragging metal sound effect like he does on the Dark Side soundtrack. It's like, I didn't actually know that was him. I just heard the similarities and was like, that's gotta be him. Lava bases? I think they're pretty neat. I have done one on my on one of my hex marks. Like to show who was the warlord. I was at the time running a list with 3 hex marks, and I needed to show which one was the warlord. Just a second, I'll go get him. Also, it kind of depends who's on the lava bases. I think for fire slayers, they're pretty much mandatory because it would look sick, and they're like obviously all about fire. So here's my hex mark with a bit of a standing on like some lava rock. There's like a gauze flare coming out of it. Necron head. Didn't do it so good with that. But yeah, standing on some scorched rock. I even did a little bit of like orange up his otherwise green legs to show some lighting. I'm too much of a coward to like properly do object source lighting. But like, I think I did okay. Thank you. So that's him. I fucking love the hex mark. He's so cool. Oh no! My headphones. Keep dropping these. I need new headphones soon. I think the case must be about to shatter. Alright, what next on these guys? Probably... yeah, using sprue for bases. I wish I had taken a picture. At the tournament, the guy who won for best like painted and hobbying was a guy with a Nighthaunt army, and he had made this huge custom base for Nagash. With he used like cork pads from IKEA to make like a slope. And then he used sprue bits to make the staircase down, and it made it look like this. A hill inside of a graveyard. It looked fucking insane. He really deserved to win that. I should do fur. A bit of fur. Start with the shouty man at the back. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, consider that you're gonna do it on 40 plus clan rats, and it needs to read as lava on every single one of them. So maybe they could just be standing on some like volcanic rock and all your characters are on fire. That's probably how I would do it. The company that makes the scenery stuff I use, I bought some more. Found the name. It's called Geek Gaming Scenics. Terrain to fight over. And this is like some stuff with dirt and little pieces of wood in it. This is like forest ground that I'm gonna use on all my Skaven stuff. And then I have the plains with stone and stuff like that for the bigger models. There is a kill team format. Isn't that called... It's not Warcry, is it? Could be Warcry. There's also... Yeah, it is Warcry. Underworlds is the one that's like weird and is getting a new Skaven team. The thing about Warcry, which I think is pretty cool, is that the rules are just free. Didn't even know that until recently. You can just go on their website and download the full rules for how to play it. There's a stream on... There's a guy called Liam Dempsey who did a stream with the former GW painter Peachy. It's called Peachy, and he brought Warcry to the stream, and they had a lot of fun playing it. That's when I found out that the rules are just free to get. Which is pretty nutty. Like, they do sell special Warcry warbands. A lot of... They made a lot for Slaves to Darkness. There's like some spider guys. A bunch of other stuff. Cultists, Vikings. A lot of them have become little regiments of renown now, and a lot have been completely taken out because there was just too many. Chaos had a shitload of them. Gonna need a new brush soon. This one has almost no hairs left. Wonder if I have another one of these. Played in Spearhead? No, I got into the proper big game almost right away. And when I say almost right away, I mean I got into it right away. Because I'd watched people play it on stream and it all made a lot of sense. I think the big game is so easy to play that you don't really need to touch Spearhead. I think Spearhead is an excellent way of demoing the game. But I didn't really need a demo. Because I'm just that smart. Smart, clever, Skaven win again. But no, I think it's, from what I hear, it's a pretty dang excellent game mode. And they're kind of stealing it for 40k now, as far as I know. They're retooling their mode, the combat patrol mode, to be exactly like Spearhead, so that instead of building an army within a certain points limit, you just play what comes in the Spearhead box. Because that way you can completely control the balance of the mode. You don't get gamey dickheads trying to squeeze out every little bit of efficiency in a very casual game mode. Which I think, oh my god, that's a knife. This motherfucker's got a knife on him. I completely missed that. I would be interested in trying Spearhead, in that you get to have a taste of other armies, but without a lot of the baggage of the big game. So it sounds like it's a great way to learn the base rules, because you basically play with just the very basics of the game. Like, you move, you shoot, you fight, and that's kind of it, right? There's no magic, unless it's like they do find a way of keeping some magic, and by that is by putting it on a war scroll, so that now it's just like an ability that you have to roll the dice to do, which is basically what magic is. But it kind of removes the layer of like unbinding and getting pluses from places of power and adding to rolls and all the weird shit you have to do with magic now. And endless spells and choosing spells. Now it's just like, this character has this ability, and on a 6 or higher, you just do it. I'm eating grapes. Seedless, crunchy grapes. Is it still called Magic Roll? But can you unbind them? Like, I thought the whole idea was that they took out those modules from the game. Right, I think I have to go get a new brush rather than this, because this is just too... It's completely like, there's nothing left. Right, I'll be right back again. Got it. Gotti. Gotti. So yeah, this is what my current brush looks like. How do I show this best possible? Man, did I speak too soon? Why is this suddenly lagging? There we go. Okay. This is what it's meant to look like. No, wait. This is what it looks like. This is what it's meant to look like. Can you even tell the difference? Like, looking at him down here, there's a lot of difference. Yeah, look at that. One is very thin, the other is very... There's a lot of hairs left on it. Yeah, I've used this one too much. It's completely worn out. Oh, okay, so they do, like, they streamline it a lot more. Alright. Yeah, that is a dead brush. There's, like, no firmness left in it at all. Alright, so... some fur. Oh, this is way better. Like, it can actually hold paint now. I'm never getting a big, like, one of those Windsor whatever name brand brushes, because I will destroy that shit so fast. There's no way. Ain't no way. Do some fur. Camera looks like it's good again. It was kind of choppy there for a bit. I don't know why. It's because I made fun of Callie. I think my computer might be overloading a little bit. It is gasping for air. I find I make do with the GW brushes. They're fine. And my reluctance to ever throw out a brush means that I use them way past the point where they should be used. People are like, well, they're shit quality. They fray after 20 minutes of use. And I'm like, yeah. Skill issue. Keep using them. At some point, you'll have frayed them so much that they become points again. What wash am I using later? Some different ones. I will be using Strong Skin Shade, Army Painter Strong Skin Shade on these guys' flesh, Kerberg Crimson on the tail, Strong Tone on the metal and the gold that I'm doing later, also on the wood. And I might do... Maybe I'll do dark tone on the metal. I do like the black shade metal more, because everything else is going to be so brown. And then I'll do the dark shade on the metal here, and then basilicanum gray. Well, guess what? I haven't changed my water this time either. Between the last time and this. It's the same water. This one's fine. It's doing fine. Just gotta rinse it properly. See, no residue whatsoever. Gold. I should do some gold. Because I'll probably wash the whole thing all together. What am I actually gonna make gold? This guy back here. This. Oh, you can't see. This. This little generator. What else? Lenses on this guy? Nah. Anything on this thing? Yeah, I could do the scaffolding underneath here. That could be gold. Well, there's also gonna be a thing on top. I think I'm gonna make that like scryer blue. I'll take... Oh, this back part here should be gold, definitely. enamels? No, never. Because you have to like activate them with, what's it called, like a white spirit, pure spirit, something like that. Sounds like a hassle. I'm sure it's not, but it sounds like a hassle. I could do a quick wash on the back guy. What do I have here? Dark skin shade. Dark tone. Hello, mister. My day was fine. Just been at work. It's like all right. Not very busy. That's when I decided I was gonna do this today. Because I kinda just felt like it. I love this segmented, like, lobster armor these guys have. It looks so great. I guess I could do a brown wash on the rest. Like the good choice would be to just say fuck it and use Agrax. Because Agrax it is just the best brown shade. But I am trying to convince myself that Strong Tone by Army Painter is just as good. But it isn't. Who am I kidding? This stuff is this shit. I fucking love Agrax. Man, a good wash really doesn't numbers, right? This is suddenly a lot grungier to look at. It's great. I love the beaten metal look they've given all the new Skaven stuff. It makes it all look very like they literally just made all this shit. Because most likely they did. Halt. My neck. Well, not my neck. My back. Dark zone. Let's do some skin. And some tails. Where is it? Rykarth flesh. Flesh Terrace Red. That one is very dark. I do like it though. Kinda sad. The Flesh Terrors lost their character in the new Blood Angel supplement. Gabriel Seth? Is that his name? I wanna say it was Gabriel Seth. Gaia was a menace, and his mini probably wasn't very great. Probably also old. But now he just doesn't get to exist anymore. God, I was so mad when they did that with Nemesaur Sandrak. He's like one of my favorite Necron characters. Everybody's favorite is obviously Trazyn. I love Trazyn. But Sandrak is a special kind of demented that I really enjoy. Like this... a Necron overlord who is delusional and thinks everything is still flesh and blood. Very Flesh Eater Quartz, actually. He thinks he's still alive and not a parody of his former self. But also at the same time without having the Flare Curse. Because the Flare Curse is like, you think you're alive, so you go insane and cover yourself in meat. Meat and brains. But Sandrak is fucking awesome. And he used to have fun rules. Like, you would give a random buff to whatever unit he joined. He had a Vect ability, which now the Necrons just don't have anymore. And then in the Codex, he just took him out. They mention him in the Codex, in the lore parts, but no, You're not allowed to play him. They did the same for orcs. They took out the pirate captain guy, Badrock. But he's a big part of orc lore. You just don't get to use him anymore. Which, good riddance, because he was pretty dang strong. Happy we don't have to. We don't live in a universe where we have to worry about orc shooting. Did the music stop because I'm not on YouTube? Yeah, it did. I knew it. There we go. Yeah, now I'm just trying to get the skin tone on here. Like, it's gonna look ass until it gets its shade on here, but that's fine. It's all about trusting the process. What is this music? Sounds fucking ancient. Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat. Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna skip past these. Oh man, is that all there's left? Alright, fine. I'll start the list over. Okay, yeah, see you later, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry I didn't catch that in time. Probably. Yeah, I was deep in concentration. What if I just put up the comments on this laptop? And then I could use my phone for nefarious purposes. Why isn't it updating? Jesus Christ. There it is. Okay. There it is. There we go. Alright. Now I can use this phone to watch a stream in 6 minutes. And then I'll keep painting for another 40. I bet. Would you like to see a magic trick? It's called Basilicanum Grey over Metal. It's pretty cool. Hell yeah. Very nice, very nice. Alright, we're getting somewhere, fam. Now we should do some green on the big warpstone parts. Such as the big fucking crystal in the middle. Some water. There we go. Got to work early? Is that good or bad? There we go. Got some grain on it. Go. Some green stones, some green cabling. No, I'm not taking this guy to this tournament Saturday. I already have everything I need for that. Because it's basically the exact same, and then these two, like, roly-poly knife bikes that I already have ready. This guy I just want to get ready because he's fun. And I would like to try him someday, but it would have to be in a, like, purposefully very casual game, because he is not good for his price. I feel like the fix would be simple. Like, his rule is already very conditional and easy to avoid. So either make it a 2-up roll or make him extremely cheap. I cut the price in half so that you're more inclined to bring him just for the fun party trick aspect of it. Like, knowing that half your games he won't do anything feels bad when he's also like 280 points or however much he is. It's too much. Especially because you gotta keep a melee unit in reserves with him and not on the board doing things, and they just have to sit there and wait for something in the opponent's army to be isolated before bursting out maybe bursting out. Switching 3 out. There's like a little unit of 3 guns. That's 150 points. I'm switching that out for these 2 bike things, which is 130. That means I'm starting 50 under what you're allowed to bring. That means turn 1, I get a free command point. So it's also like a funny little strategic thing. Well, what I realized is I could have brought a different Vermin Lord. I could actually afford to bring Lord Screech Vermin King. But Lord Screech Vermin King is not very good. He has some fun rules, like every turn he can pick a Skaven keyword to buff. Like he can make all wizards cast 1 better, he can make all the Frankensteins heal, he can make all the guns hit 1 better. And he can pick 1 clan every turn, but he can't pick the same one twice. So he is fun for a ambush build, where like you pop him and all your guns out of the same hole, and then he buffs everything with a +1 to hit. And suddenly, like, you're gonna hit like a fucking freight train. If I'd realized that in time, I would have probably tried that. But it also means I wouldn't have had my big ninja rat, who is just so good, like as this distraction thing that the opponent is forced to kind of hunt down, otherwise he just jumps around and kills stuff, harasses stuff and kills it and runs away and scores points. He's such a pain in the ass for the opponent, and you can't put those things on Lord Screech because Lord Screech is a named character. He's a unique one. The big ninja rat isn't. And that means he can take artifacts. Which is kind of fucking crazy. It also means you can take multiple of them. But the others won't be as good because they can't take the artifacts. As I mentioned, the tournament I'm going to is going to be 6 people. That means there's a very good chance of getting top 3. And if you get top 3, you still get prizes. The prizes have already been procured before they knew nobody would show up. It's usually a gift card for their game store. And that's perfect, because I'm trying to build this skeleton army, and I need some more skeletons. Ooh, and actually, the store you get them for have the skeleton horsemen I want. Even though that's like an online-only thing, you can only get them from Games Workshop's own store. I think the boxes they have are so old that they were still sold in stores. I like the one we went to, but this one is like a one-off thing that's in a very specific city. And they just... Like this, the club that is putting on the tournament, they have like close ties to this one specific store. The one we went to is the one I played at Sunday. And that one was full. It's like, I don't understand why nobody is showing up for this AOS tournament. Denmark has a very strong AOS scene. And the tournaments in the store we went to, Pharaoh's Cigars, they sell out in like a day. They had to make extra spots to fit more people. People travel from across the country to come play there. It's like, why won't anybody go to this one? It's very... I don't get it. Yes. I think that was the plan this time too. We just never had the time or energy. Kind of would have wanted to try and play like Spearhead too, but I guess I don't really have another... I don't have another AOS army. Guess we could have tried Combat Patrol. I have a bunch of 40k stuff. There's no fucking way you would remember the rules. A 40k game. Don't you believe in me? No. How could you? don't really have faith in Nanao. Nanao is impossibly unfortunate. But she's, you know what? She's a hard worker. And she eats water soup. The dungeon, the one you can play solo. What was it? It was like one deck dungeon or something. Friday? What am I doing Friday? I want to say I'm doing something, but I don't think I am. For some reason I feel like I'm busy. Guess I'll look into it. Otherwise, yes. That's a pretty nice gradient, if I say so myself. Oh yeah, see you later. Have fun. I am just now noticing that this warp grinder is like a cone. It's like a drill shape. I kind of just thought it was like random protruding rock shapes. But no. It's actually got like the spiral drill shape I'm noticing now that I am edge highlighting it. That's pretty cool. It's almost like these fuckers know what they're doing. Nice, nice. That was easy. Damn, making good progress here. I'll grab some more paper. More paper. Paper. Paper, paper, paper. There we go. Good God. Good God, y'all. Did I bring the bile green? I did. Here it is. Verde bilioso. Whoops. we go. Verde. Brilloso. This is basically just pure yellow with a tiny little splash of green in it. It's very good for highlighting just the very tips. Of warpstone, stuff like this. And I'll do some highlights of the highlights on the drill here. Go. See, that's looking pretty dang good. Alright, I want to do some head coverings on these Skaven slaves carrying the thing. But I don't know what color to make them. Could make them green. I'll probably just make them red. To match everything else. Or is it corn red? Go. This guy doesn't have any. Well, I could make his robe red, I guess. That would look nice. Yeah, I'll do that. He's like a warlock engineer kind of guy. go. Strong stone. Fur brown. There we go. Carberg Crimson for the tails. Whoop. Go, tails basically done. Ugh. Then bit of metal on these things, I think. we go. Looks nice. The nice runes. Do some skin shade, dark skin shade. Where's the proper one? Oh, here? Rust tone. That's not it. Strong skin shade. Good. There we go. Then some dark tone on the white fur of my guy. There we go. How about these guys' fur? They could use a little shade. Where did Agrax go? Put this away. Is this Agrax? It's Agrax. Go. Then, for my last trick, I'll do the red. The red blend. The red blend on their little robes. Then I'm gonna call it because my back is killing me. Doesn't matter that it's a little messy. It's gonna get blended later. Whoops. Man, I love fucking I love painting red. It's a shame I can't stand Blood Angels. Because I would make a beautiful Blood Angels army. Noise. Oh, that was bad. Oh no. There we go. Saved it. There we go. This is getting pretty dang close. There's like some skin highlights left, some stripes on the tail, maybe some more green energy. But right now, I'm pretty happy with this. There we go. Metal, leather. Yeah. This just needs some minor highlights. Ugh. Gonna do the stitches on the hose, the big cable. There. Nice. All right. Well, I made some solid progress. I'd say this thing is like 90% done. I'll probably finish it off stream. There's too little to do another. There's too much to do the rest now, but there's also too little to do the rest in another stream. So I'm just gonna call it here, I think. Gonna go watch my stream. Liam Dempsey is streaming AOS. It's Fire Slayers versus Sylvaneth. It's gonna be great. So thank you all for watching. I'm always appreciative of anybody who joins me in this. I should probably do like a little close-up of this thing. Like the progress I made. It's like a glowing stone. The drill is looking nice. The guy in the back is good. The beaten up metal armor is looking fine. Knife. Nice red gradient on the robe. Could be a little better, but I'll fix that up later. These guys got some red gradient. This guy's kind of rough. Yeah, it's far from... That's not far from done, but it's pretty far. It's like that's a while to go yet. But thank you all for joining me. Thank you for watching. I don't know when I'll do this again, but I'll let you know in advance. So see you later.